Boom, what's good YouTube? Today in this video we're going to be sitting down with this man right here, Mr. Adnan. This guy has completely changed my life this year, and we're going to be talking a lot about sales primarily, mindset, tactics, but more so how fucking huge this year has been. Right now we're staying in probably the most expensive place on the Sunshine Coast of Australia. 3-story house. I did sell for like 13 mil 2 years ago.
13.5.
So there you go, 13.5. Spent the past 3 days here doing some workshopping. Had the sales team around here yesterday as well, reviewing the past year and also planning for 2026 as well. So couldn't film that. That's the secret sauce, but it's going to be a phenomenal sit down with Adnan. I say that he's the industry's best kept secret because he truly is. This guy has some absolutely insane knowledge. He's helped me get to 50K a month, so can't wait for you guys to hear what he has to say. But yeah, this is the view. So far out, it's a beautiful spot. We've got the infinity pool. Come out here, you look all the way down to the coast. I'll give you guys a house tour in a moment, but massive open house. Master bedroom up the top. But yeah, it's been a massive year. It's being here in a house like this, super high frequency, really forces you to think bigger. 110% I believe that I deserve to be in this house. Man, to think of where I was 12 months ago to now, doing 50K a month, is just, yeah, I knew I was going to get here. It was just a matter of time. So a lot of reflection, a lot of growth for this year. I've actually had a record month in November 2025 as well. Last day of the month was today. Today's the 30th, and I finished up this month at $350,000. So that's a record month for me. Yeah, insane year. I will do a sit-down video talking more in depth about what I've learned this year and my plan going into 2026. You have to excuse me. It's been a massive week. So yeah, I'll give you guys a bit of a house tour now, and let's show you guys around. Let's go upstairs. Up here at the master. Super cool. Awesome view as well. If we open this up, oh no, it's locked. Let's open this one. Insane. Beautiful view, beautiful house. Couldn't think of a better place to celebrate 2025. Anyway, let's go downstairs. A little office space in here. Tree. Cool spot. If we come in here, we've got master bedroom in here. It's actually sick. You get to see inside the pool. So that's the infinity pool there. Massive like underground area as well. We come through here. What do we got? Little couch spot. Another bedroom. More in here. That's where I slept last night. Big greenery area. Sick. Another bedroom in there. But yeah, 3-story house. Made a lot of money in here. I think we made $100,000 just by being in this house. So yeah, record. Get into the video, and yeah, enjoy.
Hey guys, you saw me over there sitting down. Just want to warmly introduce myself. My name is Adnan. According to Ben, I'm the industry's world's best kept secret. I just want to sort of, you guys have had the house tour. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And Ben has been bugging me the whole year to do this, and he's on basically the 1st of December. He's finally managed to. So he's pulled a Hail Mary. So we're looking forward to showing you and teaching you a bit about how we've been able to have this as one of the biggest years of our lives.
100%, bro. I can't tell you how many times I've been asking this guy to sit down and do a video like this, but God always has his way. Divine timing always comes into play. You and me, man, we actually got awarded something that you're playing with right now. We got awarded a couple of rings. So I can sort of explain it. I mentioned it at the start of the video, but we've been spending a few days here with the team, and also wrapping up 2025. For me personally, it's been a ginormous year, breaking records. I think for this year so far, about $2.3 million in sales. I'll chuck in a photo of my plaque now so you can see, and got the 2 milli vanilla ring as well. Nothing compared to Adnan.
My ring is very simple.
Mr. 10 mil.
We've got to focus on his ring.
He's got a $10 million ring, so much better than me.
It's definitely no difference.
But
That's the number.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to add as to why we're here or how good the year's been?
Do I have anything I want to add? I think the thing I want to add on to this is with what you're saying is like the year has only been good because of the level of dedication and work that's been put into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what most people don't see, because like everyone expects to see, for example, the house and like the results, and in reality it's like what the work that went through with it. Because like, for example, the founder we were working with, and you don't see the blood, sweat and tears he puts in to allow us to be able to wear a ring like this. Right? And I think that's the thing. It's like everyone shares the accolades, but no one shares the actual grit and determination, the work that actually goes into it. And I know no one really like respects it or rewards it. Like everyone knows it's there, and no one really wants to like acknowledge it. Because like, for example, one of the things that we posted, and I'm really happy and open to say this, and I used to not be happy and open to share this because like I think most people don't want to acknowledge it, but it's like when we posted about our rings, the amount of people out of all of a sudden that I haven't heard from for years go, congratulations, bro. And it's like, but all the times you sit there, like I show a photo of me at like 3 o'clock in the morning reading a book. It's like, no one said anything about that.
Yeah.
It's not like that person was like, and be like, oh, I always knew you could do it. I'm like, geez, thanks for the support. Like, from where? You view my stories, you never liked anything, you never like, I don't know, liking something doesn't mean much, but it's like, all of a sudden out of the woodwork when there's $10 million and you can see that I've achieved that, it's like,
yeah.
And it's the same for you.
Yeah.
I think that was a really interesting perspective.
It is, man. It's people, and like I guess there's 2 ways to look at it. Like, one part is people messaging you now that you're on top, and it's like, oh wow, like this guy's crushing it. Let me see what I can take from him. Like, okay, he's got something I want, let me take it. And the other part is like, well, maybe we're just opening the eyes to some people. Are like, oh shit, like you can actually do that. Like, oh, I didn't realize you were doing that much. Like, some of the messages I got were just in shock. Like, oh shit, like wow, man, like that's insane. And I'm like, yep, I've been telling you. But anyway, let's jump into the source. So I guess probably just to wrap that up and put a nice little bow tie on it, it's been a phenomenal year. I know we've had like the team a year ago to the team today is completely different. I think I'm the only one left standing from the team last year. But that's been phenomenal. I mean, the year's only gotten better. I'm actually at a record month for November. I'm at $348,000 for this month, so that's really good. This guy's still out trumping me, but I'm going to catch you and I'm going to beat you 2026.
I hope so. I really do.
But the point of this video is to extract as much gold as I can from you. I say this in the videos, but I truly believe you're the industry's best kept secret for a reason. You've had your head down for the past, 5 years? Like really with...
7.
Yeah, 7. I mean, well, in reality, we can go a decade, right? But like the past 5 years, you've really been grinding and building. And from what I know in the industry and from what like the people that will be watching this video, this guy is genuinely number one. Like the knowledge and the skill that this guy has that you just do not know about is insane. This guy's helped me go from like 10K a month to like 50K a month this year. So this guy is truly revolutionary, and it's a lot more than just word tracks, right? It's actually the inner game. So I'm gonna ask this guy a bunch of questions. This is gonna be a in-depth sales call. I'm going to try and extract as much gold as I can for you guys because this guy has truly changed my life for the better. And I promise if you watch this through all the way to the end, and if you just take one piece of content, I can promise you'll make another 10, 20K a month, right? So truly tune in and listen. Surely there's enough proof by now that we know what we're talking about. Where I want to start, man, is I kind of want to go back to like before sales. And then we're going to go a journey, right? Through like before sales, getting into sales, the turning point for you, and then where you are now. And then as we go, sort of break it down section by section. But my first question for you, man, is like, walk me through who you were before sales. Like, what was your life like? What were you doing? What does Adnan look like before sales even existed in Adnan's life?
Severely overweight, incredibly overweight. I think from like when you ask me that question, I think like first thing I think about is like how I looked. It was like inflamed, overweight. Parts of me were like just like disgusting, and I just don't. And I say that in a way of like, I just wasn't the I don't know, proudest version of myself. Even now, I don't think I'm the proudest version of myself. But I think it's like looking at that back before sales, I was really like, because I started sales really like as soon as I finished school. Pretty much just because like my first gig, which we went through earlier, and when we were talking earlier, it's like first gig was actually selling furniture, like building and selling furniture. I was like, such an interesting gig. And then but yeah, I think the overall part, like when I'm looking at like who I was before, was incredibly lost and unsure, and I felt like I had like a very strong direction in the sense of like I knew I wanted to become incredibly successful, but I was like I never knew how.
Yep.
And I think that was the thing. It's like I knew deep down like there's a version of me that's incredibly successful, but I was like I just don't know how to get it, and that's when I was like incredibly lost and almost like depressed because of it.
Yep.
And again, that's where I gained a lot of weight, and I lost a lot of confidence from it. So
Yep.
yeah.
So that was Adnan before sales, and then
Yep.
it's interesting, right? Because you've just left a little breadcrumb of like, that's the old Adnan, and then look at who you are today, right? So there's clearly like a massive journey and a very, very, very cool journey that you've been on. So what prompted you to get into sales? Like, why choose sales over everything else?
I think sales was like the only. I think again we've talked about this before, but like most people, I don't think they choose sales; they fall into it. And I looked at it, was like the only way that I was going to know or build the confidence. One of my mentors, very young, very like he lives across the road from me, and he wasn't like a mentor, but he was always like, he basically had like, he was a dad who drove an Audi R8. He was like one of the first supercars I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's like an Audi R8, and he's like across the road. So I was used to ask him all these questions, and then I think the thing he said to me one day was like, just learn how to communicate effectively. And like people like completely underestimate like that like clarity and just being able to communicate human to human.
Yeah.
And so I think sales was the only way that I was going to be able to do it. Like I remember I did Toastmasters.
Yeah.
I did Toastmasters for a little while, and
Yeah.
I developed a really cool skill set. And I can't remember what it was called. It was like you were the jester or something like that of Toastmasters. So my job was to crack the joke at Toastmasters.
Okay.
So I used to sit there and like try to rehearse different jokes, and I just remember like learning Toastmasters, speaking in like to a crowd of people. I was terrified. I remember I was like so scared, like shaking. I was like the most cheesy joke I've ever. I can't remember the joke, but it was like horrible.
Yeah.
And then sales was just like the only vehicle that provides the level of flexibility, but also the level of security in a business.
Yep.
Because if you look at any business, and I remember I got a few shareholder letters from a couple big companies, and when they were saying they were letting go of staff, one of the things that I always realized was middle managers always left first or were fired first, and then the sales team were always left last.
Yep.
To be fired. Why? Because they were driving the cash. And so I thought that was a really interesting thing to think about, and especially the good salespeople always were safe.
Yep.
And so I think that's one of the things that like producers always are in the safest spot.
Yep.
In a company. So I think that's why sales was like the best place to be.
Yeah. Where did you start? Like what was your first position in sales? Like because you mentioned you've been in sales for about a decade, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas this journey that you've been on with a specific company that we're for has been over the past 5 years. So what was the 5 years like before that?
So I sold the furniture.
Yep.
That was my first one, straight out of school. Got fired at that job very, very quickly.
Yep.
And then I went to fired very quickly. And then I went into prospecting. So I worked at a university.
Yep.
And it was one of the universities for like the Deros, because that's where I went. So it was like the people who were like the ones who got the worst ATAR, if you know what that is. Like so like the ATAR is like the score you get. It's like for the people who got the worst of it. So like, and my job was to call the people who got those ATARs and say, you still have an opportunity.
Okay.
And it was really warm, but it was all like basically cold calling.
Wow.
And you were doing like $300, $400 a day, and you were talking to people who were like, who obviously they got a really bad ATAR. So like you got some people who were just in unfortunate circumstances where school just wasn't their thing, like me.
Yeah.
And then you got people who were just genuinely did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that was like my first really interesting see into the world of like people who just actually don't care.
Yeah.
And then I think the next one was I went into real estate. So then that was my first like proper cool gig. So I sold real estate. So I sold like what's called a house and land package. And I sold so off the plan properties, those type of things.
Yep.
And I think that was the coolest thing because I was 17.
Yeah.
Just about 17. And in that first year at 17, I sold 2 houses.
Wow.
And so you're talking 2 houses, $700,000 each.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the commission on those were really cool. I kind of got screwed over on those ones, but the commission on both of those were 40,000 each.
Wow.
Yeah, so you think about it, like 80 grand in 2 transactions, and at 17.
That's mad.
And I thought that was really, really cool. I didn't get the whole 80 because obviously 17-year-old kid, my boss didn't really want to give me that.
Yep.
Which I'm not going to play victim of. I think it was the best learning lesson I have in my life.
Sure.
And then I went to residential real estate, and then now here, started with the company from day one and moved into it. I think it's been one of the cool learning lessons I've ever had.
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool to see, like, I guess the journey of so many people that get into sales, right? And it's like you eat shit in the beginning. It's almost like your rite of passage, right? Like if you don't eat shit for the first, like at least the first 1 to 2 years, like at least 6 to 12 months, if you don't eat shit and just go through immense amount of like pain and embarrassment, and it's just like the rite of passage to succeed at sales is it's like rejection therapy, I guess, right? And with the Dunning-Kruger effect is like the valley of despair, and then you come back up. So now that's really cool to hear that even the top guys that you see in this space, right, like all come from very humble beginnings, right? I can almost guarantee that everyone you see at the top that is absolutely crushing and doing really well all have had to earn their spot by like the skin on the back of their neck. So
Yeah.
That's cool, man. And then what was it that, because a lot of people start in sales and a lot of people get a good opportunity, but not a lot of people like actually make the most of that opportunity. So when did things start really picking up for you? Like first 10K month, first 20K month, you know, when did things really start to go, okay, I'm starting to make some money here. Like I could actually do something with sales.
Are we talking like just high ticket? Or?
Yeah, high ticket, I would say.
Well, I think one of the things was like, I think everything I developed, because like when I was going through sales and like real estate, those type of things, I was very, very strict on myself to like, I was just a religious learner, and the person that was my agent that I worked with in real estate, same thing, like really just religious learner. And I was really lucky to have someone who's like willing to invest into me at that level.
Yep.
So in high ticket, I think the part that I'm very lucky with is, actually I don't even say lucky because I don't think I was lucky. I think I earned that space, but to an extent, my first month in high ticket sales I did 36 grand. So it was like it was straight into it because I was just like I prepared myself mentally for it the whole time. I was like, I know what I got to do. I know the numbers I need. I know everything. I'm just like, so that's why the first month in high ticket sales I did 36. But the problem I had with that was I let the money get to my head month one.
Yeah, do you feel like that was like, you expected every month to be like that?
Oh, 100%. Because I had the next 4 months were the worst months of my life. So.
Beginner's luck, would you say?
Oh, I wouldn't. I wish I could say it was beginner's luck. I think to an extent, because I think there's guys like I train now who are, they're seeing phenomenal results, and I've taken them from 0 to multiple 5 figures a month. But I think the reason for that is because somewhat beginner's luck, but also when opportunity meets preparedness.
Yeah.
Like I know that sometimes that sounds very cheesy, but it's like when opportunity gets matched, like you are unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the preparedness, but most of these people, they're out there like learning the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that I really try to focus on. But yeah, so the first month was the 36K month, and then from there went to, I think I like the next 4 months in total, I think I made like a total of about $6,000
Ooh.
in 4 months, because
Wow.
I just allowed, I let the money get to my head, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make 30K every single month. Like, this is me now.
What went wrong? Like what happened? Because I feel like a lot of guys can learn from this, right? A lot of people, when you get into like high ticket sales, like you expect it. Oh man, like I'll just do this setting thing for like 1 or 2 months, and then I'll just like, as soon as I become closer, man, everything will just fall in. Like I'll just like, yeah, I'll get to like 20, 30K a month, I'll be sweet. And then it's like this slap in the face of like, it's not that easy, buddy. So that's a drastic drop, 36K a month to 6K over
4
the
months.
next 3. Yeah, like
Well,
what happened?
Well, here's the kicker as well. I was paying for my own leads at the time.
Yeah.
So so basically what I was a part of was like, you buy your own leads.
Yep.
So you're spending $3K a month.
Yep.
So, and that first month, right, when I spent that $3K, I only was making in real estate, because again, I was working under somebody and I wasn't getting paid. I was making $3,800 a month.
Yep.
And so it was funny because I was like giving all my money over basically the month to make 36. And I'm like, great. And then progressively over the next 4 months, I'm spending, because I got cocky. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna, instead of $3,000, I'm gonna put $5,000. So I'm like, take $5,000.
Yep.
And I'm $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000. So that money depleted really quickly.
Yep.
So that's the interesting part, because most people, like, they get on an offer, and I think this is something that's really important. Most people get an offer and they don't value the lead.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's something we'll talk about a bit later, which is like actually valuing how much that lead actually costs.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it a little bit later, but to go back to what you were saying and the question you asked around, like, what was the question exactly?
Well, it was more so like what happened for you, because I guess one of the key questions I was going to ask following that was like, what was the most, like, more so the most painful lesson you've learned in sales, like the one that hurt you the most but made you the best? I don't want to assume, maybe it sounds like this was like the best lesson you could have ever had starting in sales, was to like not to get too ahead of yourself. But if you do have a different answer for that, man, like what is the most painful lesson you've learned in sales that hurt a fuck ton but made you so much better?
It's hard to pick one. I think my mentor, who's still my mentor to this day, and the founder of the company we're working in, and I have a fuck ton of respect for him.
Yep.
And like I admire him. And I think the thing that he said to me once, where I thought I was getting good, and then we did a role play in front of about 50 people. Like, it was all mixture between guys on Zoom and in person.
Yeah.
And I was stumbling, and I lost all my confidence, because like I went from a 30K month and I thought I was top shit to like progressively just making less and less money, but taking all this money out of my bank account to be there, plus like trying to live my life. And he just like lost his shit at me. And he basically was like, I could pick a homeless man up off the street and he could do better than you. And then he proceeded to go, it's like you're low on testosterone or something like that. And I was like, fuck. And I remember that day when he said that, I remember I looked at him, and everyone else, like, you could hear everyone, like you could hear like a pin drop in the room. Like, everyone was quiet. Like, it was so quiet. And I remember I was in my head, I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
And then straight after that moment, there's another guy who was selling in the business. I'm not gonna say his name, but he like, we were all packing up, and he just looks at me and he laughs. He goes, "You're never gonna last." And I was like, fuck, this is, I was like, and I remember I went home, I wrote down, and I'm like, I will fire him one day.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, I ended up firing him.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
And I think that was a really cool thing, but I think that was like, it was painful, but I think it's like those defining moments, because it's like, I would have never lost weight if someone didn't call me fat.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and that was the one thing. But I think one of the things we discussed as well, which I think a lot of guys go through, like their villain arc as well, is like when I was telling you about my one of my exes.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Man.
I think that was an interesting moment.
harsh.
And I think some guys, they don't feel that, and they don't get to experience it. And I think that's something like I've shared a lot with a lot of people. In like, you can live through me on this moment. It's like, so one of my ex-girlfriends who broke up with me, she broke up with me because I was broke, and she broke up with me because I wasn't the man I wanted to be. And I remember she left her Facebook logged into my laptop, and I logged in, and me being nosy, I looked through it and all the messages, and I found out she cheated on me. And then I found out that in her group chats, she was talking about how she would like, I'll never date a broke guy ever again. And I think those moments accumulate, and you can either look at them as like, this moment is going to serve me or it's going to enslave me. And I was looking at the moment, I was like, this is going to completely push me forward. I'm like, I'm never going to feel that again. And so that was a huge moment. I'm thankful for it. Like, I think one day if I ever see her, I will give her a hug for it.
Yeah.
So,
how beautiful is it, right, that you can take the most painful, like just, like I don't want to say traumatic, but like the most painful just shit time and experience that you've ever gone through, and like ball that up and just store this energy and just use it. I know Tate talks about this a lot, right? Like using pain and using negative emotion to push.
100%.
But I don't know like what that is for you behind the camera, whether you're like just getting started in sales or you're already in. But if you're ever losing that fire, or you want to like really stoke that fire, find that thing that like if you stuck the knife in and twisted it would hurt the most, and just channel that shit. Because I can 100% agree with you. It's very painful, but that's like by far the thing that's helped me the most.
Yeah.
Right, the slingshot effect. So that's
I think one of the things to add on to that, I think nothing creates a man, and I think all men will agree with this. And if you haven't had a breakup yet, I encourage you to embrace it. But if you have, then like welcome. Yeah. I think it's one of those things where it's like nothing builds a man quicker than breaking his heart.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Like,
yeah,
you want to see someone go through the phase, like break his heart. And you always see all the reels and everything, like the you know the people in the street, and they're like, oh, like what do you like? They click on the app and they go, is your partner on a dating app? And you see the guy, and you see like the life lose, like you see his like literal life go from his eyes. When he finds out that it's like his girlfriend or is on the app and she's on the other side of the country in a different college. And I think it's like, welcome to the fucking party. Yeah. Like you learn.
Yep. Man, what a blessing. Right? I know. Like what a fucking blessing. It's like you lose you lose yourself. You lose your sense of self. It's like a complete identity fracture. It's like my reality is just broken. Like what you thought of yourself has just been completely dissipated. Beautiful experience. Like, and I truly believe as a man going through that, like, I feel like every guy in like the online, like high ticket money space has been through like a breakup, like a traumatic experience, because it's just character building, which we'll get to later on, because it's all character building. It's all personal development.
Oh, of course.
That's a very deep villain arc for you, man.
It's a cool one.
What I want to get into now is like the shift, right? So like we went through the shit. We started off at 36K in our first month, then we dropped down, and we probably let our ego get in the way, and we really dropped down. We got called homeless, low T, and then we decided to make the shift of like, I'm going to fire you. So, well, you know, you're going to regret ever saying this. Like, this is the fuel to stoke my fire. What then changed for you? Like, what did this upward trajectory look like? What did the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, like what, since that day, what has happened, and where are we now?
So it's a long question, like answer to this question. But I think like to keep it as succinct as possible, it was a series of about 2 years of almost being bankrupt for about 2 years with the offer owner I was partnered with. And so basically the long story short is like the company had about 50 sales reps at the time when I joined in. And every single one either phased out or moved on, and it went to this point where there was about 4 left. And the only problem was none of them had the resilience, and none of them really wanted to understand how much value the business that I was partnering with was gonna build. And I just saw, and the thing is, I believe so much in the founder. And I still to this day believe so much in the founder, which is why I'm still with him. And I just think like during the phases of about 2020 to 2022, 2023, we were literally just running on fumes every single day. It was literally like, we need to make money for the company to just be alive. And I think one of the things that I really built out was I stopped showing up for myself and I started showing up for everyone else, because I developed like a really good relationship with all the employees in the company, because like we all sat in an office together. And the thing is, like I was looking at all these people, I'm like, you've got a partner, you've got like 2 kids, you've got like a house and a mortgage, and all these people, and I was like, if I don't show up for these people, they lose their job. And I'm like, yeah, they can go and find another job, but I'm like, that means I just gave up on them.
Yeah.
And I was the only one in the company producing all the money, like at that time. Like the other reps were maybe producing like which might seem like big numbers, like 20K a month in revenue. And I was having to pull out between 100 to 150 a month for the company to stay alive.
Yeah.
Right, and it was all just like consistently me, and I loved it because it was just like every single day. So how the day looked, I'll just run you through the day. Woke up at about 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Trained, got in the office at 6. Would call the US.
Yep.
Until about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then from 8 o'clock in the morning, we would go into starting to call like Australian time zone.
Yep.
Simultaneously, we'll call the US as well.
Yep.
And we'll carry that through to about 1. 1 would be like a 15-minute break, and then move into closing purely Australian time zone till about 10 p.m.
Yep.
And then training until 11, and then go home, eat, sleep,
Yep.
and then do the same thing again.
Yep.
For about 2 years straight.
Yep.
And then 7 days a week.
Yep.
And so that was the day in the life. So
Yeah.
I wish it was glamorous. I wish it was like all these other guys who was in there like in Bali and everything. But
Yeah.
I think that's when I'm developed the skill set that where I don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah. I think that's it's like I think one thing that's really important there is you didn't go, I'm just gonna like nut it out for like 6 months. It's like, no, I'm just gonna work until the job's done. And that's something that I really respect in you as well. And something that I just really want to acknowledge is the fact of when we were doing feedback for the team, one thing that I said to you is you just have this like relentless, like dog with a bone work ethic. It's just like attack, 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 attack. And like spending the last week with you being up here, it's just like this is my objective. I will not wave until I achieve my objective. And I think that's what I extract from that is that whether it was 2 years, whether it was 10 years, I don't think it really matters. You had a goal, you knew what you were going to do, and you got to where you wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
So I think the thing I want to touch on now is like, what's been the biggest month for you so far? Like, I already know, but I want you to to verbalize to the camera here, because I think some of you will be pretty shocked. But like, what's been the biggest month for you in sales in your career, in your
My
journey?
career, it's bigger than what you know then.
Yeah. Well, let's just say for the high ticket space,
High ticket space,
what
yeah.
we've been doing over the past, what you've been doing here over the past 5 years, like, what's been the biggest achievement for you?
The biggest achievement in the high ticket space was in June of this year was 613 in the month.
Yeah.
And that wasn't like and I'll preface it because like some people go, 613 is a $100,000 offer. We're looking at average order value was about, that month was sitting at about 14 grand.
Yeah.
Average order value.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we're talking like huge numbers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Are you open to sharing the comms? What's been your highest comms month?
135 in total.
Sorry, can you say that again? I don't think I heard that.
135.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. I think for some of you in like the high ticket space, you would hear that and you go like, sorry, what? 135? Like, you used to people being like, oh man, I made like 20K. Like I remember
it's
when
good.
like 20, and that is really good.
Celebrate.
Right?
Like,
Like,
you gotta celebrate that.
100%, you've got to celebrate all of your wins. But it just shows you that there really is levels to what we do, right? And I think that leads perfectly into what I want to dive into now is like your belief system, right? And for you to get to $135,000 commission in a single month, what beliefs, like what identity, I guess more so beliefs, like what beliefs did you had to unlearn to really get to that level? Because something that you're really big on and you talk about a lot is the race car analogy, right? And the theory of constraints. It's not about adding word tracks, objection handling. It's not about adding this incredible morning routine or like having the perfect wake, like the perfect schedule. It's like, what can we remove? What fat can we cut off to just get to the destination as quickly as possible? So beliefs, right? What beliefs have you shed to really propel to that level and achieve that result?
Well, I think you've left something really interesting for people to like sit there and like the race car analogy. Like, it's like what does that mean? I think the first thing is like really explaining, like for you, what the race car analogy actually means, which is basically like when you think about it, if you take like a normal commercial, like residentially driven car, or let's just like say for example, let's just say you take a Ferrari. You take a Ferrari and you take it as a street version. Well, it has aircon, it has electric seats, it has all the bells and whistles and all the nice things, and it has the door handle that's metal and all those type of things. And then when we look at like our favorite car, for example, like you look at like a GT3 RS, right?
Yeah.
Like the race edition, that thing has like this little flappy fucking thing to open the door.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason why for that is that when you take a race car is built for speed and efficiency, and it's built for like one single purpose, is going really freaking quick to hit a goal, right? And its target is to get around that thing or the track as fast as possible.
Yep.
Right? And so what do as soon as they want to go, I want to take that same Ferrari and put on the racetrack, is strip out the aircon, strip out the unnecessary weight, strip out the things that aren't needed, put in lighter things in place, and then put it on the track.
Yep.
And the one thing that's really important is what they do in my eyes, which is the best thing, is they also add a roll cage for robustness. So then when shit hits the fan, you don't die. I think that's where most people go, oh, I'm going to strip things up, but they don't put a personal insurance policy for themselves. And I think that's really important, which is like something I teach all of my reps as well. Is like you can make all this money, but when shit hits the fan, what's backing you up? Because you see all these gurus and they're like, oh yeah, buy a Rolex. It's like, cool. Where's your backing? Where's your financial backing if something was to hit the fan? Because I've been like sitting there, I'm like, I've made no money in months. And so a little bit of a tangent on that, because I think it's really, really important to share like what the race car analogy actually stands for and why it's so important. Because most people think that like race car fast. It's like, no, it's taking weight away from, unnecessary weight away from things. And I think that mindset is like, I've spoken to, and I've taught you about inversion thinking before.
Yeah.
And it's like inversion thinking is all about like how can you take things away from yourself rather than add.
Yep.
And if you consistently add more things onto the plate, like you will consistently be like in this merry-go-round of like, what the fuck am I putting on my plate all the time? And you're adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. It's like the more you add, the more weight you add, the more fucked everything gets.
Yeah.
It's like, and the same thing is like, for example, when you look at all these billionaires, right? Or you look at anyone who becomes progressively more successful, they go from like Louis Vuitton belts to all of a sudden it's just a black belt.
Yeah.
Or like you look at all these guys, like even for example Mark Zuckerberg, just wears a grey shirt.
Yeah.
Like he's like, why? Because complexity is like it ruins everything.
Yep.
And it's the same thing. It's like you truly like when you simplify everything. Same as like I get asked this all the time. It's like you're wearing the same jumper. It's like I have 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's like why? Because I just want to wear the same shit.
Yeah.
I wish but I'm not at Mark Zuckerberg level yet.
Decision fatigue.
100%.
Right? With that in mind, then, like, what do you think are the biggest things that you've stripped? Like, what? If we're on this topic, then, like, what have you Because I want to dive deep into identity and mindset, because I believe that is like 80%. Like my belief is that's 80% of what helped you achieve that result, right? 20% is the skill. What did you have to strip away from your identity and your belief system to truly get to that level? What have you had to let go of?
This is gonna be interesting because I think the first thing is like nobody, very, very few people, like everyone's proud, I think, in this space as well. And this is not disrespecting anybody, but like everyone's proud to say I'm a high ticket closer, but no one wants to admit they're a salesperson. I think that's one thing. It's like I'm a closer, which is like you're cool, which it sounds great until it's like the whole point of a salesperson is if that person on the other side of the phone was willing to bet on themselves and make a change, then they'll be on buy now button on the website.
Yeah,
and
they would have done it.
They would have done it.
Yep.
So your whole job is to become a change agent.
Yep.
And you're like a force of change.
Yep.
And so I think that's the thing. It's like you have to be able to first of all internally know that like you need to change yourself in order to change other people.
Yep.
Which goes back to like being congruent. But I think it's the level of you need to move with a lot of velocity, whether whatever you're doing, because if you can't, then how are you supposed to help other people? I think that's a big player of the space.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It's extremely. We were talking about this before, congruence, right? It's like it's so incongruent of you to ask someone to do something that you've never done. Who did you have to become to hit that, to hit that 135k month? Sure, but we all know you're not gonna, you can have a really big month and then we're gonna equalize, right? So yes, he's done 135k month, but what you guys don't see behind the scenes is just how fucking consistent you are. It's like every single month of this year, I've just seen you show up, same time, take as many calls as you possibly can, go to sleep, wake up, and just do it again. It's like 6-7 days a week, right? Every single month, number one on the leaderboard, just like top, and you just have this like unwavering commitment. So who have you had to become? Like, what identity have you had to form to really stay at this level consistently? Because it's one thing to achieve this result, but a lot of guys, and I know I'm really adding a bit of mayo to this question, but it's important. A lot of guys would get to their first 20k month, get to their first 30k month, and become a sales coach, right? Or just get to their first 10k month and be like, this is my commission check from jumping on an organic laydown offer, right? So it's another thing that I want to add, right? We're doing this consistently on cold traffic, right? We're not speaking to laydowns. You have to actually be good. So what allows you to perform so consistently at such a high level and continue to do the hard shit? Like what identity, who have you had to really become?
It goes back. It's a really interesting question. I think it goes back to the being like you choose sales.
Yep.
Like, I think that's one thing. Like, you have to choose sales consistently, because like no one wants to admit they will. Like, and sales is a very ugly place to be. No one wants to admit it. It's like it's the best place to be because like you get paid so well, but no one wants to actually admit that, like, hi, I'm a sales guy. Everyone gives themselves even like, for example, it's like even in companies, like, you think about it, what are they called? Account executives. They're not salesperson. It's like, why? Because no one wants to actually admit that it's a salesperson, because like it has such a negative connotation. So I think that belief in like what everyone holds on to is like, I don't want to be a salesperson. It's like, well, if you just strip the belief and you go, accept it, I'm a salesperson, that's what I do. You don't have to admit that to the prospect, but you admit that to yourself. I think that belief is just being able to go, I don't have to have a fragmented mentality. And being proud of it. I think the second thing is like the belief of like, it's just, you look at anybody who's done anything fucking great, and one of the people I really admire, for example, Winston Churchill. Like, I admire the fuck out of him. And when you look at how he overcame so much adversity consistently, day after day after day, and still showed up, I think that belief of just like having such radical confidence in yourself. And like, and there's days I don't feel confident in myself. However, I think the ability to consistently just go, I have a skill set that allows me to be able to produce a result, and I can change people's lives, and it's outside of myself, and I'm like seeing the impact. Like, for example, today, like the impact we're having. Like, one of the guys I helped went from working in a business to making 40k this month. And he was terrified on the call with us. He was so scared. He almost cried when he was handing over the credit card. But now you look at him and you're like, you're making 40k a month. And I think that's the best feeling.
100%, dude.
So roundabout with it, but I think the belief is like that, and I think the belief is like just knowing that the longest craft you can ever sit down in is like you just craft this. Usain Bolt just runs the 100 meters every single time. He didn't do anything else.
Complete dedication to the art, right? And I think it's something it's definitely something I've had to really hone in this year. I mean, coming up on 3 years in sales, and the first year was a slog, right? Like cold calling, appointment setting, and then definitely earned my stripes, and then getting into closing. But there was a period where I was like, it's good, but it was like, you have to make that conscious decision to be like, okay, I'm not like 8 to 12k a month. Like, you have to really make that conscious decision to be like, okay, like I'm choosing sales. Like, I'm committing my life to this and becoming that guy. Like, you have to quite literally cut off a lot of life and a lot of shit for like a period of time to like become really good. But Conor McGregor talks about that all the time, right? Like, what does Vincent Van Gogh say? Like, you lose your mind in the process of becoming great, because you commit so much of your life to your art and to your craft. But yeah, no, that's phenomenal, man.
Yeah, that's good. But and again, for you, it's like 3 years in the game and then what you've achieved.
Yeah.
It's like most people 3 years in the game can't sit there and look at the $2 million written.
And yeah, $2 million in a 12-month period. I know it's pretty cool.
One 12-month period to get $2 million.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I probably want to, like, what I want to dive into now is a little bit more source, right? Like, which I'm sure some of the boys that will be watching this will be thinking, all right, like, where's the gold? Like, let's really hear it. So one key question I have for you now, which I think a lot of people would really benefit from, is a lot of guys in the space hit that plateau of like 10, 20K a month, right? Maybe it fluctuates between 10 to 20K a month. Maybe you're on a good offer, right? Maybe there's guys on the offer that are doing 50, 60, 70K a month, right? Like it's possible and you can see it there. But like, I guess like most of the people that will be listening to this are like, just keep hitting that ceiling. You're consistently doing well above that, right? And you've helped me get to that level of like getting to 40 to 50K a month consistently. What is that ceiling that they hit? And then what allowed you to break through and then stay at that level consistently?
I think there's a couple of things to it. Like, first things first is like, we've spoken a fair bit about it. Like, first thing is identity, but there's a few other things around like actual practical things that could be implemented. Like, for example, tomorrow, for a lot of people, which is like one of the immediate fixes I have when I'm talking to somebody is actual like understanding of your data. And I think that's like, it's such a fucking boring thing, and I still think to this day it's still so boring. Like I find myself, and I'm very open about it, like everyone sits there going, oh, I fill in my data every single day. It's like, I still find myself at some points, especially when it's like being a full-on week and you've had like, for example, like all your slots utilized, like, and you've had everything, filling in your spreadsheet at the end of the day, especially if it's a bad day, like you don't want to fill in that spreadsheet and put a fucking donut in it.
Yeah.
And I think so. I catch myself sometimes on like a Saturday night sitting there looking at my spreadsheet, going like, okay, I missed Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Right. I think, but the data is so valuable. Like having some clarity around that is so valuable because if you know, for example, so many guys that I've trained have literally, like, we sat on a call and I go, show me your data, and then all I do is change. And we went through it downstairs earlier. It's like that one change of a 10% increase in your show up rate will equate to an extra like $5,000 a month in commission.
100%.
It was 10% increase on show rate.
Yep.
And all that means is 1 or 2 points of like clear communication to the prospect for the call increases your show rate, which means you made an extra $5,000 that month.
Yeah.
Completely different game.
Yep.
Right. I think that's the first thing, and I think the second thing is like most guys plateau at 10 to 20K because they think that it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, like everyone talks about it, like 10K in a month. It's like cool.
Yeah.
But like if you sat there and you raised your floor up and you went, okay, well I only expect 50K a month out of myself. What you will naturally do, even if the vehicle you're in at the time isn't the vehicle that's going to get you to 50K a month, nobody's going to hire you for a 50K a month offer if you can't hold yourself that's worthy of someone who's going to be a 50K a month offer.
Yeah.
And so if you can't articulate, if you can't operate like that, the reason, and so like for example, the reason you got hired was because we saw potential in you.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of like, oh, like just magically you make 50K a month. We were like, can you be molded and can you be duplicated into somebody who can actually do that? And you had the quality and the culture fit to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas some guys who, even for example, like we went through an interview together. And we spoke to somebody who makes $2,000 a month, and they claimed that they didn't have time.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's an exact example. No disrespect to the guy, because I think he will do very well in the space. However, it's like lack of misled priorities.
Yep.
And so I think that's where those things are going to be the biggest game changer for a lot of people. And the second thing is like it's always like cheesy. Who's the person around you? but can the person around you actually show you the receipt?
Yeah.
Not like say on their Instagram bio, I made X amount. It's like, can that person actually show you a receipt or a bank statement or something that goes, I actually made that?
Yeah.
And it's not like a random screenshot, it's like an actual proof screenshot. I think that's a big thing because so many people come to me when they've been burnt and they spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and it breaks my heart. Like, it actually hurts because I've had that and I've been misled so many times. And I go like, just have someone in your corner who's actually willing to, one, help you and fight for you.
Yep.
Not just go, oh yeah, like pay this, and then you're gonna get chucked into a random group, and hopefully like you get it. It's like, is that person actually gonna sit there and fight for you?
Yep.
And I think that's one really important thing as well.
For sure.
Because so many guys get misled by the nice watch or like the business class seat.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
it means nothing. It's like, and that's one thing that's just super important.
Yep. Yeah. No, like it's phenomenal, dude. It really is. It's I don't know what it is, but it's something that I really have a bone to pick, I guess, with the industry, because like it's just one thing that really gets under my skin, and I'm sure some of you may be watching this, but like a lot of guys love to speak about like revenue generated commission, right? Where it's like, show like, you know, oh, I made like 60K this month, I made like 70K this month. It's like, yeah, but like that's the revenue. Like what's your cash collected? Like what's the commission that you're getting paid into your bank account at the end of the day? Like, are you doing that consistently? Is that just 1 month? And there's a lot of guys out there that are like, I don't know what it is about the sales coaching and like the high ticket space, but like there's a lot of guys out there, man, that just like are really faking numbers and really not coming from an honest and sincere place. So if you're doing that, stop lying, right? Like show the real numbers, because you're fooling nobody. You're fooling like the kid who's just getting into sales that maybe just, you know, has got $500 to his name. You're impressing nobody. And data as well. Right? I think that's one thing that's like absolutely changed everything for me this year. It's like knowing my numbers, knowing my data. Like as a sales rep, it's going to take you time to learn the skill. Like you don't just become elite within 3 months and then get to 50K a month right away. The skill is something that takes time to develop, but like the easiest thing is getting good at data. You fix your show rate by 10%, you make a considerable amount more money. Right, like you just pitch more people every day, you're gonna make more money. So it's like the easiest thing to switch and to leverage.
That's and on top of that, like again, like it's the simplest thing. Like if you dial like when you dial that in, like an extra 10 calls, and let's say for example you take yourself you add an extra 10 calls a month on it.
Yep.
You add an extra 10% to your closing rate, let's say, with the proper coaching.
Yep.
You go from a 20% to you close an extra 3 people in that month. And then you start to go, okay, well now let's work on increasing your average order value, or let's increase your cash collection rate.
Yep.
Well, all of a sudden you're magically sitting there going from an 8K month to a 17K month, which like, for example, one of my personal students, he did that last month.
Yeah.
Magical.
Yep.
We didn't change anything. There was no, I didn't give him fancy language reframe. Literally, that month was focused on, let's get the principles done.
Yep.
Let's actually look at just increasing your close rate by talking to 10 more people this month.
Yep.
That was all we did.
Yep.
It sounds so simple, and then it's like, when we did it, he's like, all of a sudden 17K in a month.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he blitzkrieged the freaking 10K month, and he went straight to 17.
Yep.
Why? Because that's how it happens.
Yeah. It's a lot of people out there will tell you that data is not important, and you just gotta get better, right? Just, you know, you just gotta get better. You just gotta have this objection handling reframe. You just gotta have this new word track, and it's like, yeah, kinda, but like you've got to actually be able to speak to people to use the word track in the first place, right? So my view on that, and I think you come from that frame as well, is like, yes, you can be a ninja and you can be absolutely elite at sales, but what's going to make you the money is by knowing your data and knowing your numbers and actually being able to think. Another key question I have for you, which I know this is something that you like genuinely completely shifted my mindset on this year. And I touched on it earlier, it's like your relentless work ethic, you're like a dog with a bone. How do you bear the psychological weight of waking up in the morning, like looking at your calendar and seeing 10 calls, 12 calls confirmed, and you know that most of them are going to show up, you're going to have an extremely tough conversation with every single person you're speaking to. You know you've got the company's weight on your shoulders. I called you Sisyphus yesterday, right? The guy that holds the shoulder up, holds the boulder. But like, when you look at your calendar day after day after day after day, and you know that you have to show up and perform consistently at such a high level, speaking to cold traffic, you know you're going to get objections. You know you're going to have to show up for this person because they can't show up for themselves. How do you bear that psychological weight and consistently perform at a high level? Because I've fallen victim to this, I'm sure maybe you have as well, of like letting that pressure overtake you and succumbing to the pressure. So like, what was that mindset shift for you, and how do you bear that psychological weight now?
Well, there's two things. So Emmett, who we know,
Yep.
and like fucking have a huge amount of respect for that guy.
Yep.
One thing that he said to us in a meeting once, which was, if you don't put pressure on yourself now, life will put pressure on you later.
Yep.
I think that was like a huge moment. And looking at it, going like, if you don't put pressure on yourself now, life will continue to put pressure on you later.
Yep.
And so that was the first thing, like in the mindset of like, if I don't put pressure on myself now, how do I keep driving myself forward? And how do I, because like again, we talk to people who have never put pressure on themselves at all, and at 50, all of a sudden something bad happens and they crumble.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you just put yourself in hard places and you chose your hard earlier,
Yeah.
completely different game. And I think the second thing is, if the thing you want to do is bigger, is so fucking huge that you want to do in the future, and the thing is like is magnitudes above, you don't feel the pressure, because like the thing is that the weight of not achieving that goal it hurts so much more.
Yeah.
And looking at everything outside of yourself, like if you're showing up for someone else rather than yourself, you got so much more to show.
Yeah.
So I think those are the things.
Yeah.
Now this is going to get a bit more counterintuitive, because I think like, especially when you have confidence in your level of skill set, then
Yeah.
you can go, okay, well,
You can do it pretty unconsciously, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, you get on a call and you're just like, well, I'm going to hear this. I know what to talk about. I understand what you need.
100%. You've really helped me hone that in as well. But it's like, you have this ruthless understanding of like, this is my process. Like, these are the objectives that I'm trying to achieve from every phase. This is the exact outcome I'm looking for. This is the exact answer I'm looking for every single question. Oh, I didn't hear that. Let me ask this a little bit deeper and a little bit more specific. And it's just like, you understand that so religiously that you can just switch off, right? My favorite book of all time, Relentless by Tim Grover. I will recommend this book to everybody. Chapter 1 is don't think. Michael Jordan, Kobe, the reason they're able to perform at such a high level is because it's unconscious. They know exactly how many dribbles they need to take to go to the left side of the court and shoot a fadeaway, right? They know exactly how long the ball's going to travel in the air because they've done it thousands of times. So I think that's one thing that's really important and crucial. It's just a ruthless understanding of your objectives, knowing the questions, knowing objections off by heart. But I'll always be very, very, very adamant on like just process. Yep. Scriptless selling, I'm sure you've got a very strong opinion on that. I know you have an opinion on that, but we'll dive into a little bit of tactic as well.
Yep.
When you're on calls, right, what are you hearing? What are you listening for? I guess more so like, what are you hearing on calls that like the 10 to 20K a month rep isn't?
I think the things like you want to hear, it's interesting. So I'm going to go from like, because there's different offers, right? So I want to go from like a generalized thing rather than like, what am I hearing from like very specific, for example, like what we do BizOp. Like I want to go for like a generalized thing. I think the thing that you're hearing is every single person every single person you see is just an adult child.
Yep.
And I know that can sound patronizing. However, like every single person is just a child, and all they're done is they've aged a little bit, but they're still thinking, acting like a child.
Yep.
So like as soon as you put their back into a corner, they will reach to fight or flight. and they'll pull back as fast as possible, or they'll just try to evacuate. So I think the first thing is like, I'm trying to hear, how can I help this person feel psychologically safe?
Yep.
And that's what most people, like, they go in the agenda of like, I need to create rapport, and then I need to get the discovery, I need to find the pain, I need to find this. It's like, if you can just find, how can I help you feel psychologically safe?
Yep.
In this conversation, because you like, again, we know it's a sales call.
Yep.
We know that you're uncomfortable. We know that you're trying to ask for help, and asking for help is uncomfortable.
Yep.
We know all these things, and you're getting on a Zoom call probably with somebody that you don't know, and then we all know at the end of the call you're gonna ask for a sum of thousands of dollars.
Yep.
It's like, how can I help you feel psychologically safe with me, that you can understand that you can trust me as a trusted advisor to be the person who's gonna, at the end of the call, you feel I have earned your trust enough to be able to hand over the credit card details.
Yep.
And so psychologically safe, and making that person feel like they just can feel like I've known them for the last 10 years.
Yep.
And I'm just asking them for a simple request.
Yep. 100%. And like, it is something that, I guess on the back of that question, if you were to strip away, I guess the answer is that, like, being psychologically safe, right? But like, if you were to strip away all the tactics, all the questions, all the scripts, what do you think is the essence of great selling to you?
What is the essence of great selling?
Yeah.
Interesting question.
Like, what does great selling mean to you?
Can you expand?
Put scripts, put questions, like, just put everything aside. If I was to ask myself that question, I would say the essence of great selling is helping the prospect or the person on the other side of the phone or Zoom screen that you're talking to rip them, like, I want to rip them off the train tracks of hell to destruction, because if they continue down this path of like indecision and staying and like succumbing to their beliefs, then like quite literally they're going to end up in a very shocking situation. Like, I've had calls with people, especially recently, where maybe someone's like, until you don't find out until a later date that maybe they're like slightly suicidal, right? Or they're like in a position where like they're in a fucking shit place in life. So for me, what I believe the essence of great selling is like truly showing up and doing everything in your power to help the other person on the phone or the Zoom call get out of their own way, and like literally unbuckle the chains that have been holding them down.
Yep.
I think that's the answer for me, is like truly serving at the highest degree. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One of the things I aim for at the end of the call is like, and this is my gauge at the end of a call, and then you can see it on my Instagram.
Yep.
Like, my gauge at the end of the call is, can I ask that person to celebrate and dance with me at the end of the call? And I feel like that's the essence of like, I've done my job.
Yep.
Does the person feel light enough that they're willing to celebrate that they've invested themselves? Because the amount of times, like at the very beginning of my career, the call would end at the level where that person be like, even after I've gotten the credit card and helped them invest in themselves, they're still so scared that they're wanting off the call.
Yeah.
I think that's so interesting.
Yeah.
But when you have someone who's literally like on a call and they go, I want to keep talking to you, I feel like that's the essence, and they want to keep talking to you, not about how you can help them. They want to keep talking to you as if they're like, can you tell me more about you?
Yeah.
And who you are and those type of things.
Yeah.
I think that's when you developed a really good relationship with that person. They can go, I don't see you as just the salesperson.
Yeah.
And I think I'll give you a screenshot if you want to share it with the guys, and you can put it on this. It's like a lady who sent me a text after a call, and she goes, "Thank you so much, and the reason I did this is because you weren't a salesperson." And you like, and all that conversation was I dropped every single sales conversation, and for half an hour we had a chat about where we've both lived in the world.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, we just had a chat, and again, that wasn't manufactured. It was literally like, I was like,
yeah,
I don't care. I want to know who you are as a person. I want to know if I want to feel 100% confident in you. And she was just like, she felt that.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about that before as well. I think some people like what the essence of great selling is like,
being flexible. Is that what you like?
not flexible. I think it's being able to not care about the outcome and just care about the person.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
don't care about the outcome that just care about the person, care about like what they need.
Yeah. I think that's also something that's like helped me get to the next level as well, as like being like having conversational flexibility, but also being able to, like, one thing I've learned from you is like really being able to read the room, like look at the person within the first like 1 to 2 minutes, like really understand, okay, who do they need me to be? Who do they need me to show up as? Because especially with what we do, sometimes we're asking upwards of $30,000, right? Like they're gonna want to really trust you. Like it's not just like a quick 10, 15 minute phone call, like bizarre. It's like, no, like we're building a real business with these people and that we need to really instill trust. And yeah, we'll start to wrap this up and put some final questions into play. So if you, like, this is one that I was really sitting on, and I think a lot of boys would benefit from. If you lost everything tomorrow and had to rebuild from zero, what's the first thing you'd focus on and why?
If I was going to do that, I'd just move into, if I lost everything.
Yep. And had to rebuild from zero, what's the first thing you'd focus on and why?
I'd find an industry that has stood the test of time.
Yep.
But that has emergence in it.
Yep.
And then I'd find, like, for example, I'd look at like real estate. Real estate is amazing, but I'd find out how can I implement AI into it now.
Yep.
And then I'd find a solution and sell and build and sell the solution at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Cool. What do you know now that you knew you wish on day one?
The most likable person in the room, the most likable person will always win.
Why?
Because, like, if you're liked, especially in sales, like, people still buy from people they like. Like, you can be like, it's a dickhead or it's a person who's patronizing that gets hung up on.
Yeah.
Where it's a person who's a likable person, it's so hard to get angry at, so then they'll stay on the call, like your prospect will stay on the call. I think from day one though, is you can work way fucking harder than you think. Like you can work way harder. Like you can, and you can have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Most people think it's gonna be hard. It's actually not that hard.
No.
Like
it's all in the mind.
You will develop a whole different level of tolerance.
Yep. Don't want to get too esoterical here, even though I love getting esoterical, but like
I love it.
The Kabbalion, right? All is mind. How important do you think, and this is another fucking video entirely, but like how important do you think spirituality and, like, I guess the quantum, I don't know where we can say quantum, but how important do you think the spiritual mindset frame and perspective is when it comes to sales? Like,
it's like
we talk about reality transurfing a lot, the Kabbalion, law of attraction is one you can throw out there, right? How do you think this applies to sales and how important do you think it is?
I think it's almost everything.
Yep.
Like I think it encompasses like 90%, like all the mindset, how you hold yourself, how you see yourself in the future, all those things. I feel like that encompasses everything for how you show up.
Yep.
For it all. And I didn't realize that at the beginning.
Yep.
However, like, for example, just like a really simple thing of like morning priming that I did with like Tony Robbins.
Yep.
It's like priming, and you're like you're breathing through your nose, and you're like bringing down this energy. Like I never took it seriously until like you saw how like consistently doing that just raises your energy.
Yep.
So I think that's those are the key things. Like, but then when you get into like reality transurfing and all that sort of stuff, like that's just like a whole nother like it's just so hard to tolerate at the beginning.
100%, especially when you're like so detached from, like when you're so unfamiliar with that, the quantum field, or like just how spirituality works, it can seem very, very, very foreign in the beginning, especially because sales seems like a very logical, like straightforward process, like me do thing, me get result.
Energy.
It is, right? Like this could go so deep, but it's important.
Well, but like what you're saying, right? Like, but it's like sales is all just like it's all energy. It's all just transference of energy.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's like you know you're having like non-clear energy and you can feel those people who have non-clear energy. And I think even for example, right, one of the like when we were hanging out at the office we were at, right, on Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Miserable day at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. We were having a miserable day, and all of us were just in the dumps. And I remember I had 4 back-to-back calls where I didn't close.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not a good day. And then it took me to like, and I was holding on to a lot of resentment on all of those calls. I was like, can't believe you did that to me. I worked so hard, like all those type of things, and I was holding on to it. And I walked out of the office, and I went for a walk, and I was like on the phone, like with my partner, and I was like having this vent, and this dog, this cute little dog, and it just like got up and started barking at me, right? And like it tried to it was like literally like office leash trying to grab me, and I was like, I must have like disgusting energy right now that this dog that was asleep is like barking at me now.
Yeah.
I thought it was so interesting because the lady was like, my dog's never done that before, and I'm like, I must be like it just must be like feeding off. And so I went to the beach, took off my shoes, grounded.
Yep.
Spent 15 minutes just going, the world is an amazing place. I can do this, like everything. Walked back in the office, pulled in 120 grand.
Yep. Yeah.
And it was like all energy.
100% it is. What's the one of the most important quotes I've ever read was like, millionaires aren't spiritual, but billionaires are. Right? So it's like understanding that all is mind is so powerful. And like I could, honestly, I will do another video about this, talking about some of the biggest things I've learned over the past couple of years of like living with a shaman for like 6 months. Like that was just like an insane experience.
That'd be wild.
Psychedelics, just like diving deep into like reality transurfing. Anyway, it's really powerful, man. And I think last question I want to ask you to really wrap things up here, which will, I think it's important. Someone like, I think I want to ask this question from the frame of like Adnan 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? Someone who's listening right now, who's where you were, let's say 3, 4 years ago, struggling themselves, maybe like really like low self-belief, doubting whether high ticket sales is even for them. Maybe I should go start an AI agency. Maybe I should get into crypto. Maybe I should just become a sales coach, even though I've made no money in sales. Maybe I should just quit and go back to like regular life. I've had a couple of boys that have helped get into sales that just quit, right? What do you want them to know?
Whatever you're doing, you're selling. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna have to sell something, right? Like this morning, you sold your boss on the fact that you liked showing up to work, and you put on a smile. Or you sold your girlfriend on yourself. So it's like no matter what you do, you're gonna sell. So it's like if you're gonna sell, at least be freaking highly paid for it.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna spend that time doing something, like, because sales is such a transferable skill. Because again, it's all energy and certainty. It's like you don't actually need to be good at it. Like good, you just need to be willing to be able to show up.
Yep.
And so whatever you're doing, you can sell it.
Yeah.
Because like how the hell are you supposed to get your wife to say, like, or your possible wife to say yes to you when you get on one knee? You're selling. Everywhere you go, you are selling. It's just like, so just get paid for it.
Yep.
And we were selling from day one, right? We sold our parents on the fact that we needed a sickie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But somebody told you, and this is where it's like, remember this, somebody told you weren't good enough, and then that's when you fell asleep on yourself. And acceptance is the only thing. If you accepted it, that you felt not good enough, then you will not be good enough.
How beautiful is the day that you realize you have complete control of your life, right? The beliefs, the character traits. Like, man, the day I realized, I woke up and I was like, whoa, like I can actually program myself to become like literally do anything I set my mind to. I think that was one of the biggest shifts for me. I think we had a conversation one day and it was just like, wow, like, you make this money and you achieve this result, but it's like, you're like, nothing special, right? Like, we're all human. So that's powerful, man. It's really awesome. It's been a little bit more mellow, this video, but I mean, we sat here, we're looking at, maybe it's because we're looking at the fire behind the camera the whole time.
We'll show you guys the fire. We'll show you guys what we're looking at, because it's like, it's really chilling me out. I feel like I'm in the Alps right now or something.
Yeah, like we're in the Alps, dude, like chilling out. No, I think it's been a really big year, and it's been, even just this past week, it's been pretty big as well, right? Like, I mean, record month for myself. I think we're just like, I don't want to say bathing, but I think we're just like soaking in what the year's been like. It's more like a reflection, this video, right?
Yeah, we ate one too many bread rolls this morning.
Yeah, but we're going to be diving a whole lot deeper. I'm going to be diving so much deeper on this channel. Highly recommend checking out Adnan as well. We're going to be doing a lot more of this, a lot more videos, a lot more content. Should we mention what we're doing in December as well? Or should we keep that secret?
I don't know if we're going to manage to make it in December.
Yeah, we'll keep it a secret for now then, shall we?
We'll keep it a secret,
Right.
yeah.
We've got some extra stuff coming as well that some of you boys in the industry that are looking to like really like get to the next level, there's some stuff coming out. So
Yep.
Anything else you want to add or sort of finish the video off?
I think I've dropped enough today.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to go OTT now.
Yeah. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, sit there and share with your mom, like whatever you got to do, enjoy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you feel like you need the help and support, like we're always here, and there's no Stripe link attached to getting some of the help from us. Some of the help. But have some fun. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. See you guys.